back to Mic Drop Sports. How are we, everybody? In the show Steel City Live. Sorry, I'm a little bit crazy here. Getting everything situated as we move through. Welcome back again. What's up, Big Stretch? What's up, D? What's up, Miss Pittsburgh? What up, everybody? Sorry about that. I was a little bit behind. I actually had a extension cord that I use for all my stuff here actually break, and that was like right before I came on. So yeah, what's up, Justin? It's a Friday, guys. A freestyle Friday here on the show. We're gonna just talk about anything that you guys really want to get into, man, and kind of leave it at that and let it roll, man. We'll talk about whatever. There's still Steeler news. We are still ahead of this draft that is coming really, really quick. I keep getting more and more pumped about it. Keep looking at all this stuff. Keep looking at all this mock draft stuff, which is kind of crazy to keep looking over and over. What's up, Sean? I was just talking to Sean too, actually. Got out of the shower, come down real quick, and then I found my extension cord broke. So that was kind of a shitty thing. Hey, happy 420. What's up, Yinzers? No doubt. It is 420, huh? Tomorrow's 420. Yeah, tomorrow. Today's 419. Yep. So we're 1 minute till. What's up, George? Yeah, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's awesome. We have more likes than we have viewers. That's getting cool. I like that. But anyway, guys, again, forgive me as we get through the show, as we get started here a little bit. I had one of my lights fall down, so yeah, we're having all types of good fun here on a Friday here on Steel City Live. So yeah, I was like, shit, run, run. Good thing my garage is right there because like I have my big, huge box full of extension cords because some of you may not know I'm a Christmas light junkie. So I have massive amounts of extension cords, adapters, and things of that nature. So it was easy to fix it. But I go hard, dude. I go hard for Christmas lights. And I probably go a little too hard, man. My wife calls me Clark Griswold. So yeah, it is what it is. But they do come in handy when you need a little plug, man. What's up, Jeremiah Yoder? What's up? Yeah, guys, rise up, man. It is the Friday before the draft. How exciting is that to know exactly, man, this is it. This is the last weekend right before this draft kicks off and what we need to expect or what we want to happen with this Pittsburgh Steelers team, man, we may get to see. So that's a pretty cool thing. Exactly what is going to happen, we all don't know. But man, have we all went through this a gazillion times, but it's still every time we go through it, there's still different variables every time, different things that come into play every single time, which makes it exciting. So that does make it exciting. And the NFL is an all year long business now, which is kind of crazy. When I was a kid, I feel like it wasn't like that. I feel like it was just like, hey, football season, once Christmas is over, once we get past the Super Bowl, that's it for a long time. That's how I felt anyway. And then, like, here, summer's coming. You take your annual pilgrimage to Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and you go and you watch this team for the first time for the year. And now it's more like, hey, mini camps covered in depth, dude, covered in depth. We get interviews every day while they're at OTAs, mini camps. You get coverage every day, people talking about what's going on, every little injury talked about, every little tweak of a hamstring, every tweak of an ankle is talked about. And it's kind of cool, man. It is kind of cool because this is it's so in depth. And when you're talking about these mock drafts over and over and over again, it just gives you a different level of fandom, man. Because literally, when we're at in season, we have a shit ton, thousands of other people watch, and then it's like when we're out of season, those numbers dwindle, man. It's like the diehards, they're ready, they're talking, they're still talking football, and it is rather cool to talk about, man. Rather cool. So hey, we're here again. I've already burned 5 minutes up on my little soapbox. Where's cousin Eddie? Shitter's full. Yeah, shitter is full. Shitter is full. But definitely, dude, I feel better. So that was good. Woke up today, didn't feel so bad. So I feel like that. Pittsburgh is my favorite team too, Jake. That was my nickname growing up, Jake. Everybody called me Jake for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess probably because of my last name. Justin Fields. Hey, man, Justin Fields ready to roll. We've seen some training videos of Justin Fields. But guys, hey, it's good to get pumped for him. It's good to get fired up for him, but his numbers maybe something that we aren't super pumped about. He's 25 years old. He had that 61% completion rating last year in 2023, only 16 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. An 86.3 rating, not eye popping numbers. You know what I mean? I do like Justin Fields. We'll see what he can do. I just think his turnovers really got to get under control. Fumbling the football is a real problem for him. Throwing some interceptions, had 9 last year. The Steelers and Mike Tomlin, they're about ball control. They're about limiting the turnovers, limiting the mistakes. So Justin Fields got to really correct that before I really feel like this Pittsburgh Steelers team is going to really want to hand the keys over to the franchise, hand the keys to the Ferrari over to Justin Fields. We'll see how that goes. I do like Russell Wilson in the aspect of being a quality veteran coming in to play, Jake, coming in to lead this team and get them back on track. That's what I really think Russell's real job and the Steelers' real thought process was. Look, we've been rolling with some other guys. We've been rolling with Mitchell Trubisky. That didn't work out. We rolled with Kenny Pickett. That didn't seem to work out fully. The statistics and the numbers weren't there. The offense wasn't quite where it wanted or what they wanted it to be. We were rolling with Matt Canada, subpar in his abilities to call plays and his ability to get this offense kick-started. The Steelers bringing in Russell Wilson, I think, for a little bit of stability. And that's exactly what I think their game plan is here moving forward with Russell. And they're going to let this year just play out, man, and really see how this thing goes with Russell and then kind of decide what they want to do. I really truly believe Justin Fields got to work out, though, something pre-made too. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers will pick up that fifth-year option at all. It is a large number, guys. So let's look at exactly what his fifth-year number would be. I'm curious. I can't remember exactly. I know it's 26 million, $25.664 million. Is that something you really want to pay? That's the real question, man. Do you have that much faith in Justin Fields if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? Do you really? Uh, he's a guy that let me see here, fits the third tier of players as he has had yet to make a Pro Bowl, but meets the criteria for snaps played during his 3 seasons in the league. So he's a guy that hasn't, really got the respect of his peers, getting that vote to get into a Pro Bowl yet. Nothing like that. Nothing eye popping. He's a runner. That doesn't get you championships. He's really got a lot to learn, man. I just don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are willing to pick up that number, man. I really, really, truly don't. What's up, Danny George? What's up? Oh, sorry. That's a weird little emoji. I never seen that before, Melissa. I've never seen that little emoji. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. We're here on Steel City Live. We're just getting moving. Yeah, I'm just trying to get settled in here, saddled up a little bit, get me a little drink. So yeah, it was definitely a experience getting going here. So literally hop out of the shower, hop down here, break a damn cord, hop on with you guys, already talking Steelers. It's crazy. And forgive me, I didn't do an upload today. I had some things to do. I had some family stuff I needed to tend to. So I did do that. And we're here though. So it's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, guys. I was reading a comment. Jeremy Yoder, I think in Chicago, they put everything on him. Where here in Pittsburgh, not everything is put on Justin. A fresh new start along with Russell Wilson. I feel that our Steelers will surprise all. I do think that they are going to surprise some people. I do think that they got their poop in a group a little bit, man. Definitely. What's up, Tyrone? Yeah, no doubt about it, though. I definitely think that this would be the most ideal situation if you were Justin Fields or his agent, even his family rooting him on, man. This would be the more ideal situation for a guy like Justin Fields. He has to have the opportunity to grow, and he got his growth stunted in Chicago, if you ask me. Kenny Pickett does suck. Good thing he ain't here. Thank you, BE Prods, no doubt. A big stretch. How's it going, everyone? From John Johnsonburg, PA. Hey, right over the border. You're not far. I think Wilson will surprise a lot of people. I do too, Sean. I think Russell Wilson will surprise a lot of people. I definitely do. I think his stability, guys, is what's going to really matter. And I know people want to bash Russell for a lot of things. The only thing that I didn't like about him was his age. We know that. If you watch the channel, you know that that was my biggest concern. I ain't into bringing older players in, but now that he's here, got to ride with it. But I think Russell's biggest attribute that he is going to be able to bring is that stability, that comfortable feeling that the offensive coordinator is going to have, knowing that you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback there. And you haven't had that for a few years. You had it with Ben Roethlisberger, but his career was quickly falling off. The older he got, he wasn't able to produce what he was once able to do. The team had some, roster stuff going on to where, they were lacking on defense at certain periods of time. You watched out when he had the Killer B era. That was probably his best chance, like later in his career, to capitalize and get to a Super Bowl to potentially get another Lombardi. But the defense had aged out. They couldn't quite get it all on the same page again. But I think right now, with the way the defense is set up, you're looking at what Ben had back in the day, and I think Russell is still at an age to where he's going to be able to produce. I think he is still going to be able to put up enough numbers, enough statistics to be able to get this football team to some winning football, and it's going to be able to prove to be nice in that win column. I definitely think so, because you look at Russell Wilson, you look at the way he can guide a football team, you look at the way he has done it in the past with the same setup that he's going to have in Pittsburgh: a solid offense, good special teams, a stable head coach, a stable franchise. That's where he succeeded before. When he was with Seattle, that's what they had. Probably one of the league's best, or league, if not the best defense in the league at the time. And the Legion of Boom, and what they were able to do for Russell. But that's where he starts to shine, man. You start to wear down defenses too when you're able to control the football. And what was Russell able to do there with Marshawn Lynch? Control the football, wear down defenses, set them up for that play action, set them up for any type of action on the football to where you catch them off guard. You create those splash plays. And that's where you look at some of the statistics Russell Wilson was able to put up then. You saw in 2020, just 4 short years ago, Russell Wilson put up 40 touchdowns to 13 interceptions, throwing for 4,212 yards. That really wasn't that long ago, guys. The year before that, throwing 31 touchdowns. The year before that, 35, 34, 21, 34. He has the ability to put up some eye popping numbers, guys. Those are big time digits to throw up there in the touchdown column. Big time digits, man. Last year, even with the Denver Broncos, in a situation that wasn't ideal, didn't even play the last couple games, throwing 26 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions, almost 100 quarterback rating. Yeah, 2022 was Russell's worst year, guys. That was his worst year ever in the NFL. And you are going to have those. Any quarterback is going to have those. Does that necessarily mean that Russell Wilson fell off and all of a sudden sucks? Absolutely not. He got placed with Nathaniel Hackett. He went and chased that big contract with the Denver Broncos. They paid a shitload of money, shitload of draft capital for Russell Wilson. The expectations all fell on his shoulders. And that maybe wasn't the case at all his career inside of Seattle, because he had good defenses. He had a stable head coach. And then you look at a first year coach in Nathaniel Hackett, they just weren't able to get that chemistry. They weren't able to do the things that Russell Wilson did. They expected him to do things that were out of character for him. And I think that what works best for Russell is a solid run game, solid defense, play, action, pass, ball control type offense. That's where Russell shines. And I think will prove to be definitely big for him. Steeler fan Tyrone says, bet y'all's money on Brian Thompson Jr. round one. Hey, never know. B Prod, I am Brody. All right, Brody. D, I think Wilson's going to surprise people how much he's fallen off. I think I'm going to bet against you on that one, D. I think I'm going to bet against you on that one. I think that he hasn't fallen off that much. I think that he has fallen off some. Don't get me wrong. He's 35 years old. He's definitely fallen off some. Uh, you're 35. You're going to lose something. But I think he still has that deep ball. I still think that he has the ability to get things done. He's still athletic, even. He's in very good shape. So we'll give him that. But I really think that he'll be able to at least produce what he did last year with the Denver Broncos, and that was 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. I'd like to see the interceptions come down just a little bit, but if we had 26 touchdowns, that's more than all three of our quarterbacks put together last year. And the Pittsburgh Steelers were still able to go 10-7. So I would take a 26 touchdown season from Russell Wilson, and I still think that would be far better than what we had had. Definitely so. Did the Steelers go the right path? That's the real question. I don't know, and none of us know. I loved Mason Rudolph. I thought that they should have rode with him and gave him that next chance. I think that he was next in line for it. However, it didn't happen. And now we see Russell Wilson in the building, then a younger Justin Fields playing behind him. And I think the Steelers just totally blew that room up once they realized that Mason wasn't going to be their guy, that maybe they didn't have that interest in Mason. And then they saw Kenny start to pout and start to complain and start to be a coward in my eyes. I think they just decided, hey, blow this bitch up and let's get to work and let's restart it. And that's the situation we find ourselves in right now. No doubt about it. B Prods, I'm so glad we got Justin Fields. Epic Expedition, Sean, no way. Wilson fall off. I'd rather see Wilson out there over a fumble. Happy Fields. Yeah, I would definitely want to see Wilson start. I gotta say that too, guys. I definitely want to see that because I don't think Justin Fields is ready right now. I don't. Danny George, he played for a shitty team. Yeah, they were definitely in a big turnover, man. Sean Payton, that wasn't his type of guy. It just didn't work. But it still wasn't bad, guys. It wasn't bad. D, I agree, Sean, he's better than Fields, but that's like being the smartest kid with Down syndrome. Oh, shit. No, I really do think, though, that Russell's a lot better than people were giving him credit for. He went from a franchise, that was ready to move on to a franchise that expected him to put everything on their shoulders or on his shoulders and win games. And rightfully so. They paid him a shit ton of money, but it just wasn't the right fit. He didn't go to the right situation. And that's partially Russell's fault. That's partially the Seahawks and Denver's fault. Everybody involved had a little bit of a hand in that pile. And I think it just wasn't the right place. It wasn't the right situation. And I definitely think that Russell's coming to a situation that tailors to his play style a hell of a lot more. Let's keep going. Jeremiah Yoder. I remember how Terry Bradshaw struggled before he was able to become a Super Bowl MVP player. He became, and I feel Russ and Justin have the ability to do the same thing. Yeah, but that was a little bit earlier. What it took Terry Jeremiah, to about year 5, year 6, something like that, to start to get that ball rolling. Yes, so you're right about that, but we'll see. We'll see exactly. You're looking at Russell Wilson now that's been in the NFL, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, going into year 13 now for Russell Wilson. And I definitely think he still has the arm to get it done. A guy that could be playing pro baseball. So, he still has that arm, man. And his workout videos show me a little bit on just his arm strength because I've seen other workout videos, i.e., Kenny Kitten mittens last year. And whenever he was putting out those hype videos of him working out, that ball never hopped off Kenny's hand. Let's be frank about that. He didn't have that arm. He still doesn't have that arm. The ball never just hopped off Kenny's hand. And I'll give it to Russell. The ball hops off of Russell's hand. I'll give him that. Justin Fields also. The ball does hop off of Justin Fields' hand. But you look at Justin and you're looking at a player that just needs to grow. He has no ability to read defenses in my eyes. He has happy feet inside of the pocket. He tries to run far too quickly. He definitely just is not able to anticipate throws, and that's a bad thing, man. And if you're playing in this Arthur Smith style offense, the play action pass, yeah, you're going to have maybe guys wide open occasionally, but you're still going to have to be able to throw people open. You're still going to have to be able to anticipate throws. And Justin is just not there quite yet. And he needs to take advantage of this Russell Wilson mentorship program that he is about to enter come mini camps, OTAs, and things of that nature. He really needs to take advantage. What's up, Jake the Snake Roberts? We're doing well, man. Thank you for asking. D, 4 years isn't a lot from 24 to 28, but it's an eternity from 31 to 35. What's up, Joshua Shields? Yeah, D, when you get in that 30 range, I know I've been through them. You definitely feel the difference, man. You definitely feel the difference in terms of athleticism, in terms of energy levels. But we got to remember too, we've seen players, not just Tom Brady, but other players now play up in their 40s a little bit, and I think that Russell still has one or two, maybe three good ones left in him. I really, really, truly do. I think the way he takes care of his body, the way that he really values nutrition and working out, and the things that we saw other quarterbacks do, the same things that are similar to that. I think that prolongs it a little bit. And when you were still able to throw 26 touchdown passes in 2023 for a team that wasn't tailored to you in any way, shape, or form, I definitely think that you still have the ability. Forgive me, my buzzer went off on my dryer. Damn. D, did that bring back scary memories for you? You were fixing yours. No, I had it on. I forgot I even had the dryer on, but it definitely made the buzzer, man. But anyway, guys, we are going to continue to roll. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us as we roll through the show here on Steel City Live. We're talking a little bit of quarterback action here. That's the way the conversation has went so far. But I want to bring it back to a little bit here. Yes, we've talked about the quarterbacks. We've talked what they need to do in order to be successful. But let's talk about this Arthur Smith offense and what it's going to be able to do for its quarterbacks. And it may be able to hide a little bit of the deficiencies at times. Forgive me, I stuttered. But anyway, it may be able to hide a little deficiency if you are able to have the balls, to turn your back to the offense, create that play action moment, really sell those play fakes. It's really going to come down to the trenches. And I definitely think this run game will be able to disguise some of the deficiencies maybe an older quarterback like Russell Wilson may have. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to have those deficiencies or not, but it may be able to with the ball control, with being able to run the ball at will, with really setting up that action play, man, really setting those things up to run a heavier style offense to give your quarterback quality protection, not have him out there running for his life, which may help Justin Fields even if he sees action because maybe he won't be so quick to run the football. I just definitely think the environment that these two quarterbacks are coming into definitely probably tailor their style play a little bit better in my eyes. You have a young Justin Fields that's going to rely on protection, that's going to rely on being comfortable if he gets his chance to be in there. And he's going to need to feel that sense of comfortability. And then you look at Russell Wilson, he's going to still need that same sense of being comfortable, but yet he knows how to run and sell that action, man, and sell that play action in a big way. He knows how to anticipate guys being open down the field. He still has a quality arm. So you're going to see this offense help them out in a major way, in my opinion. Arthur Smith is going to come with some wrinkles. We know that, guys. He's going to come with some new wrinkles. Every offensive coordinator grows. They evolve. They tailor their offense a little bit different each year to keep these defenses guessing. At least the good ones do. And I think Arthur Smith is smart enough to do that. I definitely don't think he's going to come in and say, hey guys, I ran this in Tennessee. This is all we're doing. We're going to stick to this. I think he's going to have some of it. I think he's going to say, this is my base offense. Look at what I did in Tennessee. This is my base. But I definitely think that he's going to add some wrinkles in there. And I know we're all anticipating 12, 13 personnel packages a lot. And then that's all he's going to do. But I highly doubt that that's it. I highly doubt that. I really could see Arthur spreading things out occasionally. I could really see him running some exotic motion type packages that fit today's NFL game and incorporating that into his really bully type offensive type football. That's what I really want to call it. Bully ball is what I hope Arthur plays. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, sorry, guys. I lost my place. Definitely gave me flashbacks. Jeremiah Yoder, let's put the failure of no competition picket behind us and let's move forward in a positive direction. I'm behind Wilson starting and let's go Steelers. Absolutely. Get behind your guys, man, because we're going to need to. Definitely, I have a call out to all Steeler fans, especially you guys that really go to the games. Don't put those boo birds out early for Justin Fields or for Russell Wilson, whoever's under center at the time you're there. Don't put those boo birds out early, man. Allow them to get a little bit comfortable, man. Allow them to to feel that energy of Acrisure Stadium. Allow them to feel the energy of Steeler Nation before we just put the hammer down on them and rain down on them with the boo birds. I think the fans can dictate some of the way some of these guys maybe start out and play and how this ball gets rolling a little bit. Get behind them, man. Get fired up. Get them going crazy. Make it electric there. And I think that's a way the fan base can come into play and be a part of this whole thing. I really, really do. Uh, oh, he was talking to Sean. All right. This Pittsburgh. Yes, I've been waiting on Sean. Yeah, Sean. Get it done, baby. What's up, Lachey Morris? I have a question. Can you film a video about? Oh, come on. We have some dumb people. I have this thought. Because the way we do this show, we are in a shorts format, guys. So this is how this works. We are in a shorts format. So our show is broadcast out and people can go through their shorts feeds and it can pop up in their shorts feed. And then they can join us. And it's a way to spread your show out there a little bit. And that's why I do it this way until we hit around 5,000 subscribers. Then I'm going to alter it and switch to a regular way of doing it. But until we hit that point, I'd like to do it this way just to gain exposure. But you get a lot of people that literally just sit there and scroll and must have nothing else to do in their life but to make dumb comments on YouTube live feeds. It's like, if you have that much time on your hands, you really have a serious issue and you are doing nothing with your life. You probably need to get out there and figure some shit out. Definitely, because your shit is going nowhere. Your mom and dad are probably still paying for your phone. Sean's talking to them about his content. It's public land. Me too, dude. Mark Malone. What's up, my friend? I'm gonna go boo birds, both of them, but don't worry, they won't hear it from down here in Texas. Yeah, they won't hear it from my couch either, D. Jeremiah Yoder, let's get behind our quarterbacks and show them how Steelers Nation can rock Acrisure Stadium. I'd like to see it get crazy again. I want to see that environment, man. What's up, Christopher Berry? Steelers Nation rise up, no doubt. I do. I miss going to those games and feeling that energy. The last time I was at a game to where I felt that real Steeler Nation crazy energy was that AFC Championship game I went to against the Jets. The energy in that stadium that night was something special. And I really feel like Steeler Nation needs to start duplicating that. You look at week 1 last year of the regular season when the San Francisco 49ers came to town with Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk and Debo and Christian McCaffrey. And they came in flying high, man, week 1, ready to go. That stadium looked like it was a home game for the 49ers. I got to admit it. And you don't see that. Oh, excuse me. You don't see that at Acrisure Stadium, man, very often. And I got to say that it definitely looked like a home game. And we were sellouts, man. Steeler Nation, we were sellouts that week. And we need to take back what's ours, and that's home field advantage. And when opposing teams come in, make them feel that again. Make them feel how crazy it is. And like, I definitely am putting a call to action out there for Steeler Nation. Get this shit pumped up. Miss Pittsburgh, I seen that somebody wants you to do a video cutting your hair. My God, yeah, that's crazy, Miss Pittsburgh. We're talking football, man. We're getting excited. The draft is literally 1 week away, less than 1 week away. This is the weekend right before the 2024 NFL draft. one of the biggest moments of the NFL year. And this could really change the fortunes of your franchise for some teams, especially teams like the Steelers that already have some key pieces in place. That definitely, if they make the right moves, that they could go into 2024 with a really solid base, both offensively and defensively. And that is something to rise up about, clap your hands about, get fired up about, man, because the Pittsburgh Steelers play inside of an AFC North division that is very difficult. The teams are very good, but the Pittsburgh Steelers know how to play those teams, and they just got to have the personnel in order to get that shit done. And I think Omar Khan has done an excellent job of resetting this franchise from a Kevin Colbert era. Let's really be frank about that. He definitely has really done a 180 with this roster, and that is special for your general manager to really be able to flip a roster to really tailor the way that you want to play in a new era quickly is special. And I think Omar Khan has done that. I definitely think so. Roberta Campbell, what's up? For sure. I was shocking last season to see how many 49ers fans were in the Steelers Stadium week 1. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. I was so afraid I was going to get eaten by a shark on my way back to shore. Oh, they're talking about spear fishing and stuff. Yeah, man, that's a cool thing to do, man. The spear fishing and all that, nets and shit. It's pretty cool. No doubt about it. I ain't getting in the water though with bloody fish. I ain't doing it. Can't happen. I ain't getting my ass bit by no shark, bro. Ain't happening, bro. Jeremiah Yoder, were you ever able to attend any Steelers home games at the old Three Rivers Stadium? I was there in that environment, and that was a great place for great Steelers football. Sure has been that too. Yes, I was. I was very young. The first game that I ever went to there was when Rod Woodson tore his ACL ligament in his knee from getting juked. I think yeah, Barry Sanders juked the shit out of him. They were playing the Detroit Lions on the carpet of Three Rivers Stadium. So I've attended several games there, not as many though as I did during baseball season. We went to a lot of Bucco games in Three Rivers Stadium. You know, the old Andy Van Slyke, Barry Bonds, Chico Lean, all those types of guys. Who was their catcher? Spanky. Mike LaValliere. Yeah, you remember those days. But that's more what I saw there. But yes, the environment there was special, guys. Special. Big time. And I miss it. Let's keep going. It's like Christmas for diehard fans. That's from Danny George. Absolutely. If you're a diehard Steelers fan, a diehard NFL fan, this is the big moment of the year, man. I'm telling you, this changes your franchise in big ways. It can, anyway. If you flop in the draft and you don't make the moves that you need to make, and you make some reaches and you make some mistakes, it could prove to set you back. And the sad thing is, you can't just fix it. You have one real bad draft, guys. You just don't fix it the next year. It sometimes can have a trickle down effect for 5, 6 years, depending on how bad you flopped, how bad you reached. You look at our inside linebacker situation, and when they traded up and got Devin Bush in that situation there, where they traded up the number 10, with him not working out, how long it's taken for the Pittsburgh Steelers since the injury of Ryan Shazier to really get this inside linebacker room back to a healthy status. And you finally have done that with the addition of Patrick Queen, with the excellent tough play of an Landon Roberts. Hopefully, Cole Holcomb comes back after a devastating injury. We'll see. But there are guys now in place that you can feel comfortable about. You can feel like they have a solid footing now inside that inside linebacker room. Look at the cornerback position, how it's evolved over the years. Just different things like that, man. And when you miss in the draft, it hurts. Look when they were missing with guys at the linebacker position on the outside, like a Jarvis Jones, shit like that. When you miss, man, and it can set you back, and that's a big problem. I agree with you about Omar turning the team. Yeah, he did, Roberta, for sure. In my eyes, I'm sure there wasn't a shark out there talking about that. Toby Craig, what's up? Chidubu Wuze, Tony Pollard, Nick Westbrook. Calvin Ridley, Will Levis, Hopkins, Snead. I mean, what can I say? Touchdown Titans. I forgot. Debbie, I read your name and I didn't even remember. And then I started reading all your Titans names. You never know, man. You never know. You got the best quarterback in the league, Mason Rudolph. Miss Pittsburgh. So what happened with the picture, the giveaway? Did anybody come? Nope. We're still, hey, we're almost there, guys. It's about to happen again. We're about to give it away. How about this? I'll give him the Monday. And then on Monday's show, if I don't hear anything from him by Monday, we'll do it again. The bowl is still here with everybody's name in it. Everybody's. His, yeah, everybody's name. All the members that were in that time. I've not added anybody. So even the new members that have joined recently, we won't have their names until next month. But those are the original first giveaway names. So we will do that again, Miss Pittsburgh. So you might have your chance, definitely. Yeah, definitely was a huge bust, Sean. What about my bush? Why would you have one? That's the question. George Teston, would you call Gabe Riviera a draft bust when we should have taken Marino that year? Yeah, definitely. Dan Marino. Man, I wish he would have played for for the black and gold. I definitely do. Roberta Campbell, do you remember when the Pirates had $1 tickets for a Buck Days? Yeah. Do you also remember when the Pirates not long ago had their all-you-can-eat seats? They didn't want to see this cat coming. I do damage up at that bitch. Damage. Definite damage. They definitely lose their money that night when they see this cat coming because I eat the shit out of some food. No doubt. Dude, do you guys, I always get a Permanis sandwich when I get there. I don't feel like it's the same though as going to the downtown location of Permanis. Like, okay. But I still get my Permanis sandwich, and that's what I start out a Bucko game with. I get my Permanis sandwich, I get my fries, get some vinegar for my fries because I love vinegar and fries. It's so good. But then about midway through the game, about the fourth inning, I start to, rumble a little bit, need a little bit more of a pick me up. So I go down and I get them chicken strips, man. And I made the mistake of getting like the hot. And I was like, oh shit, they ain't gonna be that bad. Usually when you go to a restaurant or something, they don't fire it up like that. Man, dude, it was like 80 degrees the last time I ate those. And I was sitting next to my wife, and it was just her and I. It was a Boys to Men concert night. And yeah, I ate those literally, dude. I was soaked in sweat, man. Soaked. Like it about killed me, dude. I thought I was going man down at the Bucko game. But it definitely was some good ass food there, Roberta. I can't wait to go eat a sandwich. Yeah, man, you need to get your butt up here. Roberta's wait or Miss Pittsburgh's waving those terrible towels for you to get your butt up here, man. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Yeah, we'll go down and get one of those sandwiches. Yeah, it's an experience. I like them. I think it may be acquired taste for some, but fries, coleslaw on a sandwich, But I enjoy them. I definitely do. But you gotta have that vinegar on there. The best sandwich that Permani Brothers makes, at least at the location here in Morgantown, is their steak sandwich with fries. Oh my lord, it is balling, dude, balling. You cannot go wrong with that shit. I'm telling you, you will be stuffed, and it's monstrous too. Easy, Miss Pittsburgh. I'm just joking about Titans fans. It's all right, guys. Hey, we're all good. We all got love. Um, oh, I didn't see that one. Sean got you. Sean got you. Sean will put you in the bad boy table real quick and in a hurry. He will. He'll get you. Toby Craig, why are you not a Titans fan? Well, first, I got sense. Now I'm just messing with you. Now, yeah, I can't get on board with any team that moved like expansion teams. I wouldn't do that anyway. Like you've seen, they used to be the Houston Oilers. Then they move over to the Tennessee Titans. I can't get on board with that for some reason. It just weirds me out. I think they should leave them where they're at. I think that the Oilers should be the Oilers still, not the Tennessee Titans. And I don't think the Houston Texans should be something. They should be the Oilers. Somebody should be. I like that originality. I'm not knocking it or anything. It's just not my thing. but I grew up in the Pittsburgh area. Uh, I grew up around the black and gold. I breathed it, sleep, ate, whatever. It was around me all the time, dude. And it grew on me. When I was a kid, I was actually a Packers fan for like 1 year, just because I like the colors, and I bought one of those 6 starter coats. Well, I got one for Christmas that got stolen out of my locker, and yeah, that's a story I've told before. But I had that, and then after that, dude, that was it. Steelers all day, every day. That was my thing, man. Constant Steeler fan, never have strayed since. I definitely used to be into the Penn State football colors too. So I had a Penn State jacket that was a starter coat for a while when they had like Kajana Carter and Kerry Collins and all those guys. I was into that, but then I just went right back into the Pitt thing when my cousin went there. I think that's really when I started like going, I'm down for Pitt. Um, Actually, Doug's brother, the guy that won the picture that hasn't messaged yet, he played for Pitt for a while uh, when they played up in Oakland back in the day. So, yeah, then I moved over to the Pitt Panthers. Always been a Buccos fan. Basketball, I was a Chicago Bulls fan, but now I really don't root for anybody except for college basketball. And I don't watch that a ton. Only 6 games when he got, yeah. I don't know enough about him, George, to be honest with you. I don't know enough about him. I'd have to you give us some insight on that, George, if you got any more information. I don't really know enough about him. Donna Watson, do you think all of these off seasons moves are because we're looking for a title now, or is it just the actions of a new general manager? Also, do you believe this is the way to go into the future? I think it is a more win now, but yet I like the way Omar Khan does this because it may sound weird how I'm saying it, but it makes sense to me, at least in my head. Omar Khan is a guy to win now, in my eyes, at least the way I take it of how he's doing things. But I also think that he has the long term interests of the franchise in mind. And I really, really think that he plays both ends of that. And I think that that's a rare quality because I think either people are all in for the future, building their roster. Or they're all in right now. It's hard to find a general manager that's in the middle a little bit. A guy that is cool with, hey, we're set up right now that if the opportunity arises, we go all in and we can put the pedal to the metal. But yet we are still trying to build this thing up and still trying to really look at the future. And I think Omar Khan does an excellent job at that, Donna. And I think that that is a valuable asset for a general manager. He is savvy when it comes to the cap. He definitely is savvy when it comes to making deals and doesn't overpay and doesn't stretch and reach for players that maybe he shouldn't and overpay. He lets things fall to him, I think. And I think that that's a quality thing also. And last year in the draft, he didn't reach for players. He let things fall to him and he made moves when he had to, moving up to get Broderick Jones, but allowed that board to play out and trusted in the scouting department, getting guys like a Nick Herbig. That's probably a little undersized in most people's eyes. But you look at his tape and you look at his explosive nature, the Pittsburgh Steelers were very fortunate to get a guy like him. Then you see him get a guy like a Keanu Benton where they did. I think that was a quality pickup. Joey Porter Jr. falling to 32. Omar Khan just, banking on, hey, man, I think he might be there. And they took the chance and he was there. They still got their offensive tackle that they so desperately needed and still was able to get Joey Porter Jr., a legacy pick for your Pittsburgh Steelers. And big time moves from Omar Khan last year. And let's not discount some of the other moves later in the draft that I still think can pay big dividends here in 2024. You're looking at a Spencer Anderson, whom I think can still do some special things. That is not going to be a bust in my eyes. I think he'll end up being a decent pick. Then you look at a Corey Trice that got injured that I think a lot of people have high hopes for, including the fan base. And I definitely can see that Omar Khan really did his homework and really, really trusted and really looked at what that scouting department offered him and in terms of information. And he did a nice job. And I think definitely the Pittsburgh Steelers are geared up right now for a run. And I think they're going to be geared up long term for a run. And I really like the way Omar's doing this. It may be a little bit weird it may seem like, oh, we don't know exactly what he's doing. Is he going all in now, or is he building long term? But I think he is burning that candle at both ends, and I like it. Let's keep going. Toby Craig, the Tennessee Oilers, dog. We love Texas vibes, but Tennessee just where the Cowboys stay. Hey, Tennessee, I'll give you this. In Nashville, it's a better city. It's a bigger, cooler city, in terms of like music and things like that. It's more of an up and coming city than Houston, an old oil city. So we'll see. But I definitely like the old Oilers, man. Downtown Pittsburgh, they are the best sandwich in town, no doubt, Roberta. Or Miss Pittsburgh. Roberta's back. I grew up in Northern California. My mom ordered me a San Francisco 49ers starter jacket. Once the package arrived, I opened it up, and to my surprise, it was a Steelers jacket. And never stopped since, Sean. We should nickname Sean the Hatchet the way he's chopping these spammers down. Absolutely. We'll call Sean the Hammer or the Hatchet. There you go. Sean, you're the Hatchet now. Yeah, no doubt. Oops, black and gold, the best. I love our teams, our black and gold, no doubt. Me too. Isn't it a rare thing too? All your sports teams in the city of Pittsburgh have the black and gold. That's a rarity. And I feel like if you're a Pittsburgher, if you're a fan of the Pittsburgh sports scene, I feel like you're a part of something. I really do. And I don't think you get that vibe everywhere. And I'm not saying uh, a lot of places don't have this, but I really feel like there's a connection between your sports teams and your fan base in the city of Pittsburgh. I really do. I think it's a very tight knit group. And I think the fans play a big role in the team's success. I definitely think that. And that's why I was so shocked last year when I saw the San Francisco 49ers fan base invade Acrisure Stadium. It was truly disappointing. It definitely was. And I get people want to sell their tickets and make a couple bucks. Nobody likes to go sit in the heat and watch football games at that time of the year, I think. I don't. And if I do go, I make sure I sit on the opposite side to where the sun isn't beating down on me. I try to sit under the canopy, to where there's some shade. But definitely, um, I think that we really need to get back to that tight knit group and really, really support this team this year, especially the Steelers. But man, is it a culture that is special to be a Pittsburgh sports fan is a really special culture to be involved with. Roberta says she's been impressed with Omar. I have also. Rivera was a defensive tackle, first round pick. Steelers chose instead of Marino. That sucks that he said he only played 6 games. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, George. You always bring up some good points too, man. You, JD, you guys always got some good Steelers history, which I really, really like. I applaud you guys for that. Make sure you guys hit that like button. You're here on Steel City Live with your boy Jason here on Mike Drop Sports, the best damn sports show on YouTube. So make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, guys, we eclipsed the 2,800 mark on subscribers, so we're almost to 3,000. But we have that 5,000 goal in mind. That's where we want to be before summer. So let's continue to hit that. Also, get yourself a Mic Drop membership, a Mic Drop Mafia membership, 99 cents a month. That's where it's at. You get entered into the giveaways. Next month is $50, and we're about to re-give away the picture that hasn't been claimed yet by one of our Mafia members. So this is going to be up for grabs yet again. And I pay all shipping and handling and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have any of that. Big Hurt, have money, room to play until we get that franchise quarterback. We got to get the big game. First round exits getting old. Hit that like button. Absolutely, you do. And that's why I say that they're not going to do the Justin Fields 50-year option, guys. I can almost say that with absolute certainty. Omar Khan is not down just yet until they are absolutely sure that they have their franchise guy that is going to lead them for several years to make that kind of a financial commitment. He's just not that dude. I think that they are going to make sure that they have a guy in place that they can trust long term, at least for 3 or 4 years or a few years before they would make any type of financial commitment. Having a cheap quarterback room gives your team a lot of flexibility that other teams don't. In terms of salary cap space. And I definitely think that Omar is ultra conscious of that fact and definitely is going to play that game, man. Roberta Campbell, there's no place like Pittsburgh, no doubt. D, worst team colors I've ever seen are the Commerce, Go Tigers, blue and white. Who is that? Oh, Detroit Tigers, the blue and white. Is that who you're talking about? I'm not sure. Let me know, D. Is that who you're talking about? Eric Parker, first time listener. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you, Eric. First time being here, and we appreciate you being here. Thank you very, very much for coming. Join us all the time, man. We appreciate it. Thank you. Toby Craig, I don't even like the Steelers, but I watch them for you. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate it. You're our resident Titans fan, and we love that. Yeah, definitely, guys. Fans of all teams are welcome here, guys, because always tell you that gives us insight on what's happening around the NFL. I My work here that I like to do is Steeler based. I do a little bit of research and take some time to learn things that are going on throughout the NFL and kind of know each team. But I am specific with the Steelers, and I love to hear you guys talk about other teams and what's going on with those teams. And it's nice to have fans from other teams in here. It definitely builds a very diverse community, and I love that so very much, man, because I think it adds to the conversation. It definitely does. That's why I think that this channel is special and this show is special because you guys get your voice heard and your comments are answered and you're not just talking into the wind, man. What's up, Tyler? Good evening. How's it going? Going great, man. Hope you're well. Sherrod Cunningham, I think the owner is pushing for a win now. He has expressed not liking no playoffs and no playoff wins. I think there's some pressure there. I think you're right about that, Sherrod. There's definitely some pressure right now on one Mike Tomlin. There definitely is, and we can't deny that. I feel like the ownership group is growing a little impatient, but yet they're very loyal. And I think openly saying it, which they have for a couple years now, this wasn't just new to this year. Art Rooney has spoken about this in the last few years. No playoff wins since 2016. Very, very dismal playoff performances. Teams that look unprepared, teams that just look outgunned. And there's a reason for that. When the Steelers are getting in to the playoffs here as of late, they're backing their ass up into the playoffs. They're not really going into the playoffs with a full head of steam. They're in desperation mode, needing other teams to lose or win or, to play into their favor. Uh, just hoping and wishing and fighting the last 4 or 5 weeks to where they're in must win situations every single week. They can't afford a loss. And that takes a lot out of a football team, man. Uh, it's ideal for a football team to have that playoff spot wrapped up a little bit early. In those last few weeks of the season, start to pick up your momentum, get on a roll, not have the crazy amounts of pressure on you, be able to just coast in a little bit, man. I'm not saying not to have that fire and not be real ultra competitive. I don't like to see teams like that have buys, that sit their players, get too lax, because those teams lose too. But I think you need to not back in, man. I think you need to be, in with a resounding force, man, not just backing your way in cheaply. I definitely think that the Steelers really got to learn how to not constantly be fighting for their playoff life for the last 2 months of the season. The any news on a center? Wilson ain't gonna make it past the preseason if they don't get a center. No, and that's why this draft is so important, guys. The way they figured out this, what they're going to do with the rest of this offensive line. The offensive line isn't horrible. It's not like, oh my God, we need every piece. They're so bad. They need two pieces, really one piece to be competitive, to be okay. And that is the center. And they need to figure that out. And I think they'll get that done here. We'll see how it goes. I think Zach Frazier is the front runner. I think if you're the Steelers, that's the wisest move that you can make at the center position. I just really do think that he wins in every category in my mind when I look at what the Steelers should be looking for. Now, I may be wrong and the franchise may be looking elsewhere, but in my eyes and my thoughts, every box that I want to check is checked with Zach Frazier, in my opinion. Experience, uh, the leverage, that's going to be real key. He doesn't get stood up a whole hell of a lot. Why? Because he has a great foundation, a great base. Being a state wrestling champion in the state of West Virginia, I think has provided him with a quality, firm base, which is going to pay big dividends inside of the NFL because you're going to get those monsters sitting across from you, playing across from you that are going to get you popped right off the bat. That you have to have a good base, a good foundation to regain that leverage and fire off. He has nice hand size. I definitely think that he is able to do a lot of special things. And I think that he has just the right amount of athleticism to do what Arthur Smith is going to require him to do. I definitely think that he is the way to go. Now, is there other players that I'd be comfortable with? Absolutely. I'd be cool with Jackson Powers Johnson, but his concussions scare the living shit out of me, man, especially if you're spending a high value draft pick on him. The concussions, the concussions, the concussions. We live in a world of the NFL that concussions will end a career quickly. And that scares the living shit out of me, man, when you're using high draft capital to get a guy. Yes, Zach Frazier had a significant injury last season, but I really, really get scared about the concussions. I really, really do. And then I look at the rest of this class at center. I just don't see the experience there. Jackson Powers Johnson only has really 1 year under his belt. You have other guys that have minimal experience. We'll see. You have other guys that haven't played the position since their freshman year. Graham Barton. Those types of things scare you a little bit. I just think the more steady pick would be Zach Frazier, just for the reasons I listed. It's a small school in Oklahoma, y'all were talking about. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know Tigers. Okay. I have to look them up. Black and gold as the team colors. Like, are they kind of like Iowa, Steelers, all that? I like Iowa's colors because they're like the Steelers. Armand Perone, Houston Oilers #1 ticks me off too. Ditto. Not interested in Texans, Ravens, who are Browns, etc. Yeah, the Ravens, they're transplants. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns were the Baltimore Ravens, or the Baltimore Ravens were the Cleveland Browns. So yeah, they were the shit stains too. I just don't think that you should take legacy franchises that have been around forever and move them out. That makes me pissed off. I like the purity of the game. I like the old school parts of the game, and I don't want to see those things be taken out of the game. I like growth, and I want to watch the game grow and prosper. But I really, really like the legacy stuff, man. I really, really do. I like the old school shit. I really, really do. D says TJ getting hurt the week before playoffs killed them more than anything last year. It does hurt them. Guys, they have to find a way to be able to play without TJ Watt. They have to. And I don't want to see him play with him, but man, if something happens, they got to figure it out. They got to find a way to be able to play without TJ. And I think Nick Herbig provides you that. I really, really do. I think Nick Herbig is going to be a true star inside of the NFL. I firmly believe that. I think that Nick Herbig has the tools and the intangibles to really become a real star for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think that is going to give you the ability to allow a guy like Alex Highsmith to be able to eventually be let go. I really think that. He has a bigger salary. And I think he'll grow into that next guy, man. I really do. I'd like to see him keep the band together, man. I like Alex. I like TJ. I like Nick. I'd like to see that group stay together for a couple of years and watch Nick continue to grow, not having to carry the burden of being the defensive leader, just growing and just learning the game from a guy like TJ Watt. Because TJ can show you a lot. Alex Highsmith can show Nick Herbig a lot. And I like the way that room is. And I just hope for their continued health. And you are right, D. That hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers immensely last year heading into Buffalo. And I think if TJ Watt's on that field for Buffalo in that playoff game, I think that the outcome of that game may be slightly different. That game was close, within 7 points in the fourth quarter. And the defense wasn't able to get a stop. Yes, there was some mistakes from the offense, big time mistakes, fumbles, all that. We can't blame it on one group. But when you were within 7 points, you needed that defense to just get one more, to have that opportunity to be able to strike back one more time, to switch and swing that momentum in a big, big way and really stun that Buffalo crowd. And you weren't able to get that. But I think if you have a guy like a TJ Watt on the field, I think that you are able to maybe get that done. I think you are able to find and dig down deep to get that energy, to get that stop late in the fourth quarter for your Steelers. I definitely do. Sherry Cunningham, Gabe Riviera was paralyzed from the waist down in a car accident and never able to play again. He never was able to show his potential. He was going to be a cornerstone defensive tackle. That sucks, man. I didn't know enough about him. Thanks for that info, guys. That is a very interesting thing. Man, does that suck. Was that accident in Pittsburgh? That's another crazy thing. Toby, do you think the Titans in history would ever have a chance at a Super Bowl win? Honestly, opinion, I promise I won't cry. I do think they would. Or I think they did too. You looked at Eddie George era, how close they were to winning the title. They were very close, very, very close. What, 1 yard or so, 2 yards to getting that going. But you looked at how Mike Vrabel was running that franchise. I think it was a grave mistake on the Titans' part to let go of Vrabel. And I think that these franchises in the NFL move on sometimes a little too prematurely from their coach. I really, really do. And then you look maybe on the other token, on the other hand, some of these teams may hold on to their coach a little too long. But I think you have to have that stability and allow your coach to just continue to be there, give the players that sense of stability. And I definitely think they had some moments. And I definitely think they are a franchise that gets it together every once in a while and definitely has a chance. And I could see them winning a title one day. All right, guys. I had to get a drink. Make sure you're hitting the shit out of that like button. Been an hour and we got very minimal likes. That's sad, guys. We got to pick that like button up. Roberta Campbell Tomlin has just overstayed his tenure. He needs a new challenge, and the Steelers need a new head coach to move forward. I definitely think that he is at the end of the line here. I definitely do. And I think this is going to be one of those make or break type legacy type years. I think Mike Tomlin, to cap off a Hall of Fame career, I think that he, in my eyes, needs to win another title, this time without Bill Cowher's players, without Bill Cowher's team. I think that Mike Tomlin needs to get that W, needs to get that Lombardi with a team that is truly his 1000%. And I think that would really cement the legacy of one Mike Tomlin. I definitely do. But I agree with you. Maybe his message was getting a little stale or is getting a little stale inside of that building. And I think a lot of people were calling, myself included, for him to be moved on from after a couple of decades of being the Pittsburgh Steelers head man. I don't know. The line was looking pretty proud at the end of last season. Yeah, no doubt. Porous, sorry. I said proud. Yeah, definitely they were starting to, and I think they were wore down too, man. The three and outs weigh you down. No doubt about it. Toby Craig, at least Nashville has a Morgan Wallen that will throw a chair to if he needs to. Yeah, no doubt. I like Morgan Wallen. I'm not a big country buff though, but I've heard a couple of his songs. I think they're good. Definitely. Definitely so. Oh, we've been going for over an hour. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button again for me as we move through the show. This is Steel City Live, only on Mic Drop Sports. I feel like it's the best damn sports show on YouTube. You get your voices heard here, guys. This isn't like those other places where you just type into the chat the whole time and they ignore every damn thing you say. I want to hear what you have to say, the fans. So make sure you're doing that. I do too, Roberta. Rivera paralyzed. Yeah, that's crazy, guys. Yes, and the Steelers are in the category of holding on to head coach too long. Yes, they might be. Mike Tomlin isn't going to go out like a bang Super Bowl time for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really think that that's what it's going to take, dude. I really do. What's up, Ryan? I do think that that's what cements Mike Tomlin's legacy. And I think that this comes at a great time, guys. Thank you, Jeff. I don't remember seeing you, but welcome, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Miss Pittsburgh, best show in town. Let's people, no doubt, hit that subscribe and stuff. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love. I appreciate that. But I think that this comes at a great time. You have a head coach right now that is coupled with a young general manager looking to make a name for himself, looking to cement his legacy, looking to build on that legacy to get it going, right? Then you bring in Mike Tomlin, who is a head coach that is looking to really get his shit cemented, really trying to bookend a Hall of Fame career. Then you bring in a quarterback that has won a Super Bowl, but is looking to really get his legacy cemented, his road to Canton paved. I think that that could be a recipe for success. I really do. That is three guys at the top of this food chain that are ultra hungry to ensure their legacy for the long term, to ensure the lore of their name being spoken in that building for ages to come, for many years to come. When people say the name Mike Tomlin wants them to say two-time, three-time Super Bowl champion Mike Tomlin. That's what you need. That's what you need to crawl out from underneath maybe the shadows of a Bill Cowher or Chuck Noll. You need to get that one more at least. And I think Omar Khan, I think that that's what he needs and wants and is hungry for it. And I really think Russell Wilson wants that. And I think even maybe taking slight pay cut if things work out in a big, big way for the Steelers this year. Maybe Russell was really inclined to say, you know what, let's run that shit back, boys, and let's go after that Lombardi here with Arthur Smith, Mike Tomlin, and the boys, Omar Khan, Andy Weidel. Guys, really thank your lucky stars you have Andy Weidel because he has been a major contributor to Omar Khan's success here in the 2 years, this being his second year, his brief stint as general manager. But Andy Weidel has definitely contributed to that. And don't look for Andy Weidel to be in the building at Pittsburgh very much longer here, probably maybe another year if you're lucky. Somebody is going to hire him as a general manager in the NFL rather quickly. Somebody like you feels familiar either way. Oh, okay. Well, welcome anyway. Tomlin tried to make a big change to get another title, but he overreacted, and now the Steelers are going to be worse off in the long run. I don't know if I'm on board with that one, D. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they play out. These quarterbacks are really gonna tell the tale. It really is. We got to just see how this thing goes. And I can't say definitively which way it could go, but you are right. It could go off the rails in a major, major way, guys. And we are at that crossroads. That's why the draft is going to be so interesting. But the way this quarterback room is shaken out over the last several seasons since the departure and retirement of Ben Roethlisberger, I definitely think that we are at that crossroads now to where this franchise could go down a dark path or it could go to a bright one, filled with confetti, filled with Lombardi trophies, or it could go down to a path of picking in the top 10 of the draft every year for a couple years. It could go either way. It definitely could. Seahawks defense at its best was way better than any Steelers defense could ever be. I think you're crazy there, Jeff. Yeah, you're talking about steel curtain days, bro. You can that defense got rules changed. That defense definitely got rules changed. So that defense was premier, man. They have 4 Super Bowls. That defense in Seattle has one and played in another one, and you really can't compare that. You can compare success by what? Rings, Lombardi trophies, and sadly, that defense don't got them, man. It don't got that to back up that resume for you to call it the best defense ever. It just doesn't. You got to have the hardware to support that argument. Sherrick, one more thing about Gabe Riviera. If I remember correctly, he was drafted as the successor to defensive tackle that was needed when Joe Green retired. Oh, I didn't know that either. I'm going to do a little research tonight on that because that's a very interesting topic. Super Bowl time for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We love it. I hope so. Keep smoking, Jeffo. Everyone doesn't agree with you, bro. I don't. I don't care what national media rates people, guys. I think national media is bullshit. They're looking at a gazillion teams and trying to be experts on all of them, and they just aren't. They just aren't. They don't know the intricacies. They don't know the intimacies of every single team. And it's really hard to create these, top 10, top 20, top 100 lists. I think that's far overblown. I really, really do. But if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s, you look at some of the Pittsburgh Steelers defenses when they were in Super Bowl 40 in Detroit. You look at that Steelers defense when they were playing in Super Bowl 43. You look at the Steelers defense in the 70s. I feel like they've had some really, really good defenses over the years. And I definitely think that they have the hardware to back up that argument. The 70s teams is who I'm talking about. Roberta, I believe it's Noel on top by himself, then Cower and Tomlin on next level down. Noel created the Steelers' winning culture and exceptions, expectations. He set the standard. He did set the standard, and we pay homage to one Chuck Noll for sure. He definitely got this ball rolling, especially whenever he was willing to be an innovator. Really a guy that was looking outside of the box, if you really look at what he was doing at that time, going and paying attention to guys that were playing inside of the HBCUs, really paying big attention to those guys, getting guys like John Stallworth and players of that nature, out of those places, the HBCUs. Those quality programs that were being run at that time, and finding that talent. And I think that Chuck Noll was innovative in many, many ways. And you see exactly what he was able to do. He didn't leave any stone unturned. He was a great, great scout in my eyes. So definitely pay homage. Third or fourth best defense of all time. Look at the highlights. And yes, I'm still proud of what my team did a decade ago. I think that the Seahawks had a phenomenal defense. The Legion of Boom was phenomenal. Bobby Wagner, Sherm, all those guys, man. Yeah, I don't know all their names off the top of my head, but yes, they were great, dude. I'm not disputing that in any way. You don't get nicknamed the Legion of Boom for nothing, you know. They definitely were able to lay the hammer down, and their success is something to be applauded. But I can't give you the all-time greatest if you don't got the hardware or the Lombardis to back that. That's the only thing. Maybe they'll draft a late round QB and get lucky. D needs his boy Mason back. Titans fans, Toby, why don't you get that trade back for D? We need to have it. Get us back our boy Mason. Jeremiah Yoder, the mission of 2024 Pittsburgh Steelers, make those who doubt eat crow. Amen. I should have been more specific of the 21st century. I agree with what you're saying, though. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not trying to like down what you're saying at all. Not at all. I don't do that to anybody unless it's a real crazy comment. Some people have had those. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting the shit out of the like button here. We've been going for 71 minutes. It's a Friday, a freestyle Friday. We're about to wrap this shit up, though. It's our time to drop the steel curtain one more time. Let's go, Steelers. Absolutely. Sherry, hold on. Sherry Cunningham, the Steel Curtain was the greatest defense. I think when they rated the defenses, the 1978 defense was number one. They were good. With what faith you can place in the experts, what they do say is that both the Seahawks defense in 2010s is close to the greatness of the Steelers defense in the 70s, but not as good as they were. I ain't doubting them, Jeff. I ain't doubting them, not one bit. I definitely think that Seahawks defense was a phenomenal, phenomenal unit, and it was a big part of why they were able to hoist that Lombardi Trophy in Seattle. Definitely, and a big part of why they made it back there and lost in the waning seconds to the Patriots. They were definitely game changers, man. No doubt about it. But just a little bit short because you got to have that hardware, and that's why Tom Brady is the GOAT. That's why Tom Brady's the best. Why? He's 7 Lombardi trophies. It's hard to argue that, no matter what the situation. And I think the Patriots cheated a little bit too, but if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Just sad reality of it all. D, even excluding Mason before they announced it, I thought Wilson and Fields were the top two worst quarterback directions they could go, and they got both of them. I don't think it was the worst directions they could go. I'm not sure, though, where else they could have gone. I don't know what would have been cost effective. I think Kirk Cousins is a monster mistake due to the amount of money that it takes to get him. Look at the Atlanta Falcons and what they did. I would have, honestly. I wish Baker Mayfield would have come up. I hate to say that, I do though. I like Baker, man. I think he got some fight in him, man. He got some dog in him. So I'd have liked to seen that. Uh, I'm now a little bit removed from what the situation was, but I think Russell's a no-brainer for the money, you know? That's my opinion. I think Kitten Mittens was horrible. I'm glad he went, but we'll see how it goes, you know? I don't know what other option would have been better. I really don't. I definitely think, though, I'd have liked to have Baker Mayfield, man. I definitely would have. And I don't know why. I've been thinking that, too, a lot lately. What's up, Ron? Jeremiah Yoder, how many Hall of Famers were just on the defensive side of the steel curtain? Tons. They won't even put them all in there. They won't even put them all in there. Did you see where Brady said he is not counting out that he might come back and play if the situation was right or something? No, I didn't see that, but I think that that would totally destroy Tom Brady's legacy if he ever decided to do that now. Um, I just think it's done. It's over, and I hope Tom Brady realizes that. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up. I got to go pick up my son from football here at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you all for coming through here to Steel City Live, the best damn sports show on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button for us as we try to get to that 5,000 mark. We're heading there. So until Monday, when we're back with our daily upload, you never know. We might throw a crazy, wacky uh, weekend show on. You never know. Sometimes we do that. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. I'll get back to all your questions and everything here. So put it in the chat once it uploads too, and I'll get back to them all. But I definitely got to run. I got to go get my son. I have 14 minutes to get about 10 minutes away. So until tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, but definitely Monday, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. Until next time, peace. See you guys. Thank you.